February 8th, 2020. I'm at a location in Marion County where a couple landowners are claiming they hear screams, wood knocks and stuff at nighttime. I was here late summer, I believe, last year. I stayed a little bit. Didn't find any prints or anything back then. Did hear a couple weird cross between a whoop and a who or how, you know, like an owl sound. I can't tell you what that was. That was early in the morning. So, but it was extremely loud. May just been a big owl. So today, with the nice snow on the ground, I'm gonna go out and check and see if there's any tracks anywhere or any other evidence I can find. And I'll keep you guys updated. I've hiked up the hill a little bit. The only thing so far I've seen are a few little small animal tracks. Look like rabbit tracks, some deer tracks. And then I come up to here this way and there's a convergence of a power line and gas right of way. Well, what looks like a gas right. I assume it's a gas right of way. The right of way for the power line actually goes this way. That's in the direction of one of the landowners. So I think that's the way I'm going to head. Keep an eye out for tracks on that right of way. Maybe get back into the woods a little bit in that area. Look for any structures that might be there and go from there. Okay, folks, I'm now in an area where one of the landowners believes he found tree structures. They're somewhere right here behind me. I'm gonna head on down that way, have a look at them, take a few pictures, and see what we can make of them. I'm in that area now, and there's some tree breaks here, a couple little bow over here. This has to be the right area because there's these little gifting can that he told me he's left out. I don't know what he's been putting in it. Marbles. Looks like all the marbles are still in there, or at least some of them, at least a couple. I think there's, and looks like some kind of crystal in there. I think he said there was a couple X formations of some sort across, a little ways over. I'm gonna head over there and check them out. But as far as these, I want to say these are most likely naturally broke, probably from storm load or something, or snow load at one time. I mean, they're fairly fresh breaks, but well, I don't know. That one up there looks pretty rotten. But that may be why it broke so easy. Yeah. So I'm gonna head over more on over that way and see if I can find those X formations he's talking about. I believe I found one of the X formations he was talking about. There's some pretty old, definitely rotten logs. Pretty interesting how they're woven in together. It is behind that up there, through here, down to the ground. This one is in front of that up there, behind here, in front of here. And it almost looks like that's a recent break of an old log. I can't say for sure. The log runs down through here. It's pretty long. And let's see if there's a, if it's still in the ground any here. Yeah, it looks like it's probably fell from there at one time. It's got one root still stuck in the ground. I've walked around this X structure here for a little bit, trying to determine how long this might have been here. That one there is a dead stub. There's no root ball on it. The other one has a root ball further down that way. Well, I can't say a root ball, it's all rotten. It's got like one root still stuck in the ground. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to tell if it's new or old. Well, one, these two are extremely brittle. This piece actually broke off right there when I was looking at it. Then I thought maybe look for rubbing between the live tree and the dead stuff. There's a little bit of rubbing there. Can't tell if there's much there. There is some here, right there. You can see a little bit there, and I believe there's some up there. So, my opinion, it's been there a while. At least for, I don't know, I say a few months, if not longer. It's hard to tell. Well, I've had a walk around, checked out these possible X structures, tree structures that the landowner was talking about. I think I'm going to head on up the hill, hit the right of way a little bit again, maybe going further up across the right of way and see what I can find. After a little more hiking through the brush there, I popped out on the gas line right away. There's a road down there also. The gas line right away goes clear to that ridge. It crosses the power line right away that I was on earlier, and then goes to this next ridge line here. If you believe that these things travel using right-of-ways, this is definitely an area that they could use. I'm not saying there's anything here, but there's definitely plenty of right-of-ways. I don't know if you can see through the camera, but at that pole right there, you actually can see another transition on the pole here. There's another right-of-way that runs up and down the hill there. It's also a power line right-of-way. I did do some satellite surveillance looking around the area. There's several ponds in the area. I think there was 4 or 5 maybe. With that many ponds in this area, along with a couple streams, they definitely have an ample water supply if there was a Bigfoot animal in this area. Quite a bit of wooded area as well. As you can see with the right-of-ways for travel, if they do use those. I just seen a little bit ago quite a substantial amount of deer cross the right-of-way up there. So there is that for a food source. A couple of the farms have livestock. One of the landowners claims that chickens and ducks are coming up missing. Not saying that's Bigfoot. Very well could be coyotes, because I do know there are coyotes here in this area. I caught them on game camera, last summer. So if there's something here, maybe one day it'll show itself. It's yet to be seen, but hopefully it will. And I'll continue to look in this area. Well, folks, I made a nice trip around this property. There's still a lot more that can be explored. I think there's at least 200 acres on the one farm. I did check out some of the areas where the landowner wanted me to. I didn't see anything as far as tracks, and I was hoping to in this fresh snowfall. The only tracks I did find were like deer and rabbit and, you know, small game. But I will keep in touch with the landowners. If anything else goes on, I will come out and check it out. But until now, it's on to the next adventure. Thank you for watching.